Hi, I'm Chef Neil. I'm going to show you some of the equipment that can be used to make pureed meals. The blender is probably the most important thing we're going to use. I like a nice powerful blender. I like a jug blender or a bullet type of blender there. And the good thing about these is they're nice and powerful and they blend the food down nice and smooth. And the other thing is if you can get something with a blade like that in there as well, it actually makes the food go around the blender a lot better and it makes it a lot smoother. Sometimes with the other blenders, when they've got flat blades, they don't get the food smooth. Another little bit of equipment I always find really handy is using like a potato ricer. And the good thing about this is when you press the potatoes, they come out nice and fine. The problem when you blend potatoes is when they get in the blender, they become quite starchy and thick as well. And if you use like a potato ricer, you can just press them through there and you get that really nice fine potato mixture. The whisk is a really good bit of equipment. It just disperses the powder amongst the liquid and things. I've seen people try to thicken things up with chopsticks and knives and things like that, and they get big lumps in there and things. So if we can always use a whisk, that would be great. These are some of the things I really like to use when I'm making the shapes and the presentation on the plate. I really like to have a nice ice cream scoop. And the good thing about using the ice cream scoop is that if it's got like a little clicker in the bottom there, you actually get it out onto the plate cleanly. Piping bag, yeah, we can make things like shepherd's pie, we can make lasagna, we can pipe lots and lots of things in there. And it just adds a little bit more texture to the plate. Cutters are really good, and the good thing about using a cutter is you can just fill it up, have it on the plate, and then you just lift it off and you've got a nice little perfect shape. So you can have heart shapes, you can have circles, squares, food molds. We use food molds a lot as well. And what we do with the food molds is we just blend the food, get it to the right texture, and then we spread it over the mold. Then we cling film it, date and label it, put it into the deep freeze, and we freeze it. When it comes out, we just turn it out onto a plate, and we have beautiful shapes: peas, carrots, peaches, pineapples, all sorts of things like that. So there you have it. As you can see, there's quite a lot of equipment that we would use. You know, the blender is really always essential, the ricer, the piping bags, the cutters and them. And the thing about this is, if you can use just little bits of these, you can make really nice looking pureed food. And the best thing is, we get a nice smooth texture, which is safe.